Shannen Doherty's undeniable talent has been on display since she was young. She started on Little House on the Prairie and then became known for roles on hits like Beverly Hills 90210 and Heathers. Her rising star was set off course one day when she got a devastating diagnosis. She had breast cancer, and throughout the years, it had begun to spread. She never stopped working and using social media to inspire others. Keep watching as Shannen Doherty shares her heartbreaking cancer update. Her early life and career. Shannen Doherty was born April 12, 1971, and was raised in Memphis, Tennessee. Her acting career began early. In 1982, she was only 11 years old when she earned guest spots on series made by Michael Landon, such as Voyagers and Father Murphy. That led to a recurring role on Little House on the Prairie, and she appeared in all but 4 episodes. Her next roles included voice work on 1982's The Secret of Nim, a guest role on an episode of Magnum P.I., and Emmy-nominated appearances on Airwolf in 1984. She starred in Girls Just Want to Have Fun and earned several Young Artist Award nominations for her work on Our House from 1986 to 88. She shot to fame after 1988's Heathers and the series Beverly Hills 90210 from 1990 to 94. A string of made-for-TV movies came after that, with a few lead roles such as in the film Mallrats, as well as a cameo in Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back. She got a lead role on TV again in the 1998 series Charmed. It earned her 2 Saturn Award nominations for Best Actress. E! Magazine placed her at number 10 on their list of 50 most wicked women of primetime. AOL put her character on Charmed as the 10th greatest witch in TV history. She even directed a few episodes during its 2nd and 3rd seasons. She left Charmed in 2001, and her character was written off. The reported reason was tension with co-star Alyssa Milano. Shannen has worked to extend her reach in the last 20 years. She hosted the 2003 show Scare Tactics and was a regular on the series North Shore from 2004 to 5. She even produced and starred in her reality show Breaking Up with Shannen Doherty in 2006. It showed her helping guests end relationships. None of them lasted long. Shannen has also returned to Beverly Hills. She joined a 90210 spinoff and earned a reported $40,000 to $50,000 per episode. She played her original character in the first 6 episodes, then left, but said she'd be open to returning, and she did so for 3 more. Shannen continued to expand the types of projects she'd be willing to take on in the 2010s. She appeared on Dancing with the Stars in its 10th season in 2010, dancing with 2-time champion Mark Ballas, but was eliminated in the 2nd week. She appeared in the animated web series Mari Kari on June 3rd of that year, and a reality series about her wedding to Kurt Iswarenko that premiered April 10th, 2012. Shannen's cancer timeline. The initial diagnosis. Shannen first revealed her breast cancer diagnosis in March of 2015. She sued her former management company, Tanner Mainstain. She claimed that a mastectomy and chemotherapy could have prevented the treatment. They allegedly refused to cover it due to a lapse in her health insurance. That prevented her from getting proper treatment and checkups until re-enrolling with SAG Insurance in 2015. A settlement in the case was reached, allowing her to focus on her health. She then had to undergo one of the most emotionally difficult parts of any cancer treatment, losing hair. Her long black locks had been her calling card since her time on 90210. Seeing them clumped into her brush made her run to her mother, crying. She decided to turn the experience into a supportive and inspiring one. She shared pictures of herself shaving her head on social media. She didn't hide the difficulty of the experience either. She showed up to an interview with E.T. wearing a scarf and wasn't sure if she'd ever look like herself again. The cancer spreads, then goes into remission. That interview was also the first time she publicly admitted that the cancer had spread from her breast to her lymph nodes. She needed chemotherapy and radiation to get rid of the rest. Shannen announced that her cancer was in remission on April 29, 2017. She was, quote, nearly finished with chemotherapy, and Dr. Lawrence Prio said she was doing amazing. The next 5 years would be crucial because recurrences happen so often. She got reconstructive surgery in 2018. She spoke at a Stand Up to Cancer event about how difficult it was to lose the weight that she had to gain to stretch her skin out for the procedure. She said it was also worth it for her health. In September of 2018, she had positive news in an interview with ET again. She said that going through her cancer battle made her appreciate the blessings she already had in life. She also feels every emotion more deeply and says it has made her a better actress. Stage 4. Unfortunately, Shannen noticed aches and pains and returned to the doctor only to find her cancer had returned on February 4, 2020, and was in stage 4. Her home had also recently been destroyed by the 2018 Woolsey fire. She decided to go to court again and file a suit against State Farm. The claim was that they wouldn't cover the repairs to her home and allow her to live out her final days there. They claimed to have already given her $1 million, but she claimed she was entitled to more. She won her lawsuit against State Farm in October of 2021, receiving $6,346,000 in damages. Shannen then began to shift her focus on how to live out what could be her remaining years. She wants to tell her mother and husband what they've meant to her and perhaps even make videos for other loved ones. The difficulty at that moment was she felt healthy and was convinced she could live another 10 to 15 years. October was also Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Shannen posted one of her many inspirational posts about her journey. It included pictures of her bald head and bloody nose. She said it wasn't pretty, but it was truthful, and hoped it encouraged others to get regular mammograms and checkups. Shannen's goals. In December of 2021, Shannen did what most of the world does at the end of the year. She shared her goals for the following year. She expressed her hopes for more research into a cure for cancer and the ways she could contribute to it. She also hoped for her health and relationships with her family to improve, as well as new work opportunities to keep coming. The Heartbreaking Cancer Update. Shannen posted in March of 2023 about the injustices of SAG-AFTRA's health insurance. She even went so far as to tag the organization's president, Fran Drescher, in a post. She wrote alongside a picture of herself getting an IV treatment about how the union shouldn't abandon those who need them. She said that, quote, health insurance shouldn't be based on income, but should be given to all members who have put in their dues. A spokesman for SAG-AFTRA said that they care deeply about all participants and their well-being. They said they would be willing to offer coverage extensions to anyone unable to work due to health issues. It turned out there was a clear reason why Shannen chose now to speak out. She announced in June of 2023 that her breast cancer had spread to her brain and that it's become terminal. She posted another heartfelt picture showing herself getting fitted for a mask for a procedure to deliver radiation to her brain. She admitted that she has great doctors, but has been experiencing a roller coaster of emotions. She also reminded the world, quote, this is what cancer can look like. Fans and fellow cancer survivors have already begun responding with support. Shannen's friend Selma Blair wished her peace and love to help her in the terrifying moments she's bound to face. Kevin Smith, director of her 1995 film Mallrats, called her a fearless fighter with an indomitable spirit. Another friend, Sarah Michelle Gellar, called her a warrior. Now it's time to hear from you. What's your favorite memory of Shannen Doherty? Let us know in the comments section below.